Welcome to the Yum Yum Yogi. Today we will be making millet and seed bread. This is a whole grain, gluten-free, vegan, no knead, and absolutely fail-proof loaf of bread. And while making this bread, let's remember my wings have grown strong with my love for God. These wings of love keep me carefree and flying. For this recipe, let's start with millets. We need 1 cup of millets. I'm using foxtail millets. You can use any kind of millets. Take 1 cup of millets. And let's rinse these millets. You only rinse millets once. Don't rinse them too often. So rinse them once. And for 1 cup of millets, we will use 1 cup of water and soak them overnight or at least 6 hours. The reason we need to soak millets is the enzymes in the millets get activated. And so keep them aside. 1 cup of water, 1 cup of millets, and overnight. Now let's take the next morning. The seeds. You can use any kind of seeds, but I'm using sesame and pumpkin. So these sesame and pumpkin seeds, they are optional. But the flaxseed meal, because that binds the bread, that is not optional. You need 1/4 cup of flaxseed meal and 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. And add some salt. About a teaspoon of salt. You need some kind of sweetener. I'm using maple syrup. About 2 tablespoons. And at this point, you want to preheat the oven. And you can use any kind of oil you want, but I'm using avocado oil. So let's take about 1/4 cup of avocado oil. Another ingredient that is absolutely necessary and it is not optional is psyllium husk powder. If you don't have powder, you can just use psyllium husk, but you do need psyllium husk powder or psyllium husk. And after you mix everything, at the end, then you add 2 tablespoons of psyllium husk powder. And if you're using just psyllium husk, then you need 3 tablespoons. Then mix, and we need to transfer this quote-unquote dough mixture into a prepared loaf pan. It's a small loaf pan I'm using because it's a small amount of batter. It's an 8x4 bread loaf pan. And transfer the batter into the loaf pan and even out the batter with the spatula. And it's ready for baking. And that's it. You don't need to grind the millets. You don't need to do any of that stuff. It's a very easy, healthy, no knead, fail-proof loaf of bread. And now, put it in the oven for 40 minutes. And after 40 minutes, take it out of the pan and bake it on the rack for another 20 minutes. All of this is happening at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And there, after 1 hour of baking, you have one amazing, healthy loaf of bread. It's soft inside and it's crunchy outside and it's gorgeous. But before we taste it, let's remember, my wings have grown strong with my love for God. These wings of love keep me carefree and flying. Now, let's taste this. It's really good. I love the crunch of the seeds. Nowadays, this is my favorite bread. It's really good. You know the maple syrup? You thought it would give it too much sweetness, but no, it's just the right amount of sweetness. I want to taste this with some vegan butter. I like it with some vegan cheese, but vegan butter is also very good on this. Delicious. You have to try this.